Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? I am 12G's Gaming, as you may or may not already know. My name is Smith, and today I have something I'd like to talk about right quick. I wanted to do this right here and now, so that way, if someone was to watch the stream, they could watch it within, a reasonable amount of time. I've been trying to think of how to say this for a little while now, and I think this is actually kind of overdue, and at some point I'll actually make a legitimate video to say this. But since I genuinely don't have time to do that anymore right now, this is the best thing I can do. I think it's about time I said thank you. I've noticed for a little while now that my subscribers have been going down, but I've also began to, I think I said it right that time, or I've begun to realize something about my subscriber number. There are people that, will get bored and will want to leave, and that's perfectly fine. I can't make them stay. But I have noticed that there are not just subscribers that choose to stick around, but there have been some people that have actually stuck around literally from the beginning. And like I said, I think this has been overdue for a long time. But I think it's about time I finally said thank you. From the as close to my heart as I possibly can get. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for being there. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for enjoying what I can do. I know I may not sound that enthusiastic about it right now, but I'm trying to be as real and upfront with you guys as possible right now. I'm not putting extra emotion in there that's not needed with this. I'm just simply being as upfront and as sincere as I can to give you the biggest online virtual hug I can, and telling you all thank you all so much for staying with me. And I promise you this, eventually the wait will be worthwhile, and you'll actually see just how much good can come from this channel, and just how much it can help people. I know it may seem kind of boring now. I mean, I know it's kind of boring. I'm naturally a boring person, I guess. I don't know. But with how I am currently right now, I just genuinely do not have time to do videos anymore. That's why I stuck to streaming, because I can't do videos anymore. Not right now, I can't. So that's why, like I said, that's why I stuck with the streaming thing. But either way, I'm sure there's probably a couple of topics I missed because, nothing I do is ever scripted. Nothing. The only time I ever scripted anything was just a reminder of how to say my intro correctly a while back, but that was a couple of years ago, like during the beginning, when I kept forgetting how to say my intro the right way. But either way, that's not the point here. Back to the point, all I wanted to say was just thank you all so much. You really do not know how much it means to me to know that there's people that will literally watch me and my friends' shenanigans and actually will stick with me through this stuff, even if it's not that good. And I'd actually like to give a shout out to a couple of really, really long-time friends of mine. I'd like to give a quick shout out to an old friend of mine by the name of Newbie. Newbie, you've stuck with me for a long time. Thank you so much. I wish I could give you a hug. I mean, I guess I could, like, hug my monitor. There we go, I tapped it. There we go. So far away I can't reach it that well. I'd like to give a little shout out to Max, which has literally been there with me practically since the beginning. Dude, you deserve an award for the amount of stuff you and me have been through. You helped me get through quite a lot. Same with you, Newbie. And of course, you know, I'd like to give a little shout out and a big old thank you, not just to everyone, but Treeper, Carnage, Bunny. A few other people I'd like to mention, Brooke, Kite, Omni. And I literally have so many people I'd have to go through that I'd literally be here for a good hour. And I don't think most people want to hear me list off everyone. So I'm going to say it like this. Everyone that stuck with me from the beginning till now, thank you. Everyone that's a part of my Discord group, The Crew, thank you. Everyone that has been off of camera with me but has stuck by me, thank you. And everyone that is with my, but is in the, basically film group I'm in, aka RP group, and yes, I do a lot of roleplay stuff right now. It's helped me with my acting skills, but it's not the point here. Everyone in that group, thank you. Thank you all so much. In fact, in all honesty, guys, it's kind of hard for me to do this without getting all emotional, because it really does mean a lot that you're all here and support me in what I can do and can't do and everything. But with that said, there was a 2-minute pause at the beginning of this, and I've been going on with this for about 7 minutes now, so I think I'm going to go on ahead and be quiet with the, you know, big old thank you part, and actually, you know, go back to how I normally do things. But also, I'd like to know something from, and I know I've said this a lot, but now that I'm saying it so close in the beginning, maybe everyone will hear me this time. I want to know what you all want to see. I mean, I'm even willing to throw something different, completely different from gaming into the mix. For example, at some point, and I've been wanting to do this for a long time, I wanted to see how an ASMR video that I do would do on here. You know, it's like a one-time thing or something like that, and if it does good, who knows, I might even start a completely different channel just based on me doing ASMR. Or me doing a podcast. You know, if you want podcasts, let me know, and I'll get Treeper and Carnage and everyone together, and we'll do a radio show every now and then. If you want me to start doing more stuff on Twitch, let me know. If you want me to start doing more one-on-one stuff like this, let me know. The only way that you can let me know, if you're not in like any of the Discord groups, or like verbal confirmation with me, like actually talking with me, is actually going down into the comments and telling me what you want to see. It's literally that simple. And I understand if you can't do it, like you don't have an account or something. That's fine. You can't do it unless you have an account. But for those of us with YouTube accounts, or Google accounts or whatever, please just go down in the comments or something and tell me. What most people don't realize is that even though I don't reply to comments, it's not like I don't see them. I used to talk about this when I was like 5 months into doing YouTube. I used to tell people, even though I do not reply to comments that often, it's not that I don't ever see them. In fact, because I get so few, I always see them. So, I'm always looking down there. I'm always, you know, seeing what people have to say. Because I love community feedback. Because it allows me to see what you guys want, how the videos are doing, if you're enjoying them or not. I think you get my point. But, either way, enough said. Why don't we go ahead and get this thing started, shall we? Also, unless you guys find it just absolutely boring, do you want me to be more of do you want me to be more of like, you know, the one-on-one type of myself, or do you want me to continue doing, you know, like, oh, you know, there's a lot, just too much emotion put in these things? Do you basically what I'm saying is, do you want me to continue to be, I guess you could say, idiotic with my stuff, or do you want me to be more, I guess you could say, like how my old self was, with being a lot more serious and everything? You know, it's I I guess it's kind of a stupid thing to ask whether or not you want it, but you know, when I say, you know, more serious, if you go back and watch some of my early stuff, I wasn't this loud. I wasn't this like, you know, used to talking to the microphone. You know, I kind of used to be like, "Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to be doing a little bit of this and this with this." You know, I used to be like that, and now I'm like this. And when I'm with the guys, I actually intentionally put a little bit more enthusiasm in what I do, because I guess you could say I'm naturally too serious when it comes to stuff like this. Like, I'm always very calm and serious. Like, the best term I can use is being too serious. I'm too serious when it comes to these things. I think I'm just rambling at this point, but who knows? I'm probably gonna look back at this part of the stream at some point and go, why the hell did I say that? But anyway. I was gonna do Don't Starve Together for this stream, but I don't know how many people are gonna be here for it. So I think what I'm gonna do is just simply play and talk to you guys. Just play and talk to you guys. Either way, 15 minutes in. I hope that wasn't too boring for you guys. You know what? I'll go with a game that that's kind of calming in this. Play some Kerbal Space Program. There we go. There we are. This will allow me to basically just sort of talk along with you guys a bit. Kind of go back to the original ropes. Let me just make sure that the YouTube chat is up. I don't necessarily plan on today's stream lasting too long, because I know that some of my stuff is too long and I want to make sure that everyone can like sit down and enjoy it. So I'm gonna try to keep it under an hour today. And if not, well, who knows? Sorry if I ask a bit too much when I say, you know, tell me down in the comments what you want. The reason I say it so much is because no one really does it. In fact, the only people that consistently type stuff down in my comments, besides people from the crew and everything, are actually Newbie, Max, and a really old friend of mine, one of the oldest that I actually know online, by the name of Ant1, which has actually been in my videos before, that's actually been uploaded. Man. And Ant1 convinced me to get a game called Day of Infamy, which I, yes, now finally do have. So who knows, you might see that on Twitch or something at some point. And if you want to see videos from me again, remember what I said earlier. Videos are very hard for me to make now because I don't have time to sit down and edit anymore. Like, I really just don't. So that means an actual video might turn up once every month or two. Because, you know, I have my own life and stuff I have to do now. Stuff I have to take care of. You know, everyone experiences this at some point in their life. You know, I don't have time to do this anymore. I guess it's kind of a part of growing up. Hold on, man. I'm getting some high encoding stuff. Give me a moment. That should have fixed that. That should have fixed the lagginess of it. It's actually lagging on my end a bit. You know, you don't have to reply back to this or not. But I'm gonna ask this anyway. Is it stupid that I care this much? I care a lot for so many different people. In fact, I probably care too much. But yet I can't help it. I guess I'm naturally too caring, but I don't know. I don't really know why I just asked that, but I guess it's kind of because I don't like hiding anything from you guys. You know, before I met Creeper and Carnage and them, you know, YouTube was my outlet. It was how I got, you know, a lot of stress out and everything. Probably just like a lot of people when they start. Yeah, maybe it's stupid for me to think like that, I don't know. I know it's not bad to think like that, it's just... I'm rambling again, I'm sorry. course, I know I'm going to probably get one of those people in the comments below that'll say something like, why is he talking about this? Well, I genuinely want to be more upfront with everyone from now on when it comes to these things. You know, I can tell that I'm beginning to get a little bit more boring with the more I do this, because people are beginning to leave. And the only thing I can really think of is that I'm getting boring. You know, I'm only appealing to like one type of audience now, and I don't want to do that. A part of being a YouTuber is being able to not just appease your audience, but also get more of an audience too in the process. Any streamer that I know can agree with me on this. And I wish my mouse would just work for once, goodness. Who knows? Maybe there's something a bit iffy with me when it comes to these things. I don't know. Care too much, do too much. Of course, then I'll get that one person that'll say, it's never a bad thing to care. I know that. I know that. I guess it's just kind of hard to see that light every now and then, because there's so many people that'll try to stab you in the back and everything. It's kind of hard at times to see whether or not putting that much thought or care into something or someone is really ever a good idea. So all it'll do is more than likely result in you getting hurt. I'm sure there's probably one or two of us out there that can actually agree with me on these. And before someone starts saying down in the comments below or something like that, unless they already have, you know, why don't you tell me, you know, I'll stream with you, that type of thing. That's not what I'm asking for. Sorry if I'm kind of bringing anyone down today. I just, like I said, I don't want to hide, you know, really anything from anyone anymore. I mean, YouTube or not, this channel, I guess you could call it, is my brainchild. It took me so long to build this up the way it is now. I don't want to just leave it. And I don't want the community to just die either. And nobody really ever tends to tell me whether or not they think, you know, it's good or not. You know, like, oh, that video was good, but it needed a little bit of this in it. Or, oh, that video was good. Or, you know, that video was bad. I mean, I don't even... It's a good thing that I don't get hate, but at the same time, I don't get hate, and I don't get anything good either. My channel is just like a neutral ground or something. I'm just rambling at this point. I'm sorry, everyone. I know that's probably boring. See, normally I would delete something like this right away, but I'm not going to. Because who knows, maybe by me leaving this up and someone sees it, maybe they'll, you know, maybe they'll be able to get a little bit of peace of mind out of it, knowing that there's someone out there that kind of goes along with the same trouble. Or, you know, here's another example of something very similar to this. Someone like constantly cares about someone, but yet they continuously, I guess you could say, put them on the back burner or something. You know, they put so much care into what they do and the people that they're around, but yet everyone just sort of doesn't care. I'm sure there's probably one or two people out there that can kind of understand that. Put so much thought and care into people and they just sort of throw you to the side. At this point, I know people are probably curious about this. At this point, I really genuinely do not care if I become famous on YouTube or not. Because the reason I do YouTube is not for fame. I do it because I want to. That's not a bad thing. I know it isn't. Yes, I may have, you know, looked into YouTube for literally too long. But I don't really care. I may have literally spent most of my childhood researching how YouTube is put together. And yes, I did do that. But for me, it doesn't really matter anymore. YouTube is something I've wanted to do for a long time, and of course I'm going to stick with it. But I'm beginning to lose my train of thought. Dang it. Makes me wonder what type of feedback I'm going to get. I know at some point in the future I'm probably going to get some really just... I don't know. It'll be some guy that's trying to do a hate rant on the video or something and say if you can't handle it, you should just, you know, end your channel right then and there. But at the same time, that type of comment does nothing but fuel me to keep moving on. For people that are out there that can't really handle hate that well, like you might be dealing with some depression or something like that. You know, something along those lines. Feels bad, feels hard right now. You may not know what the future holds for you. You may not really see a point to all of this anymore. But if there's one thing I know, you mustn't give up. Because eventually you'll find people out there that understand what you're going through and are out there to help you. You would not believe how many people I've run into that are literally just like, I don't really see the point to living anymore. And I'm not calling out specifically anyone when I say this. I'm just using this type of thing as an example, a rough example. And I get that it's hard to look at the bright side of these things sometimes, but you gotta understand that, and I know that it's kind of resulted in going off topic here, but you gotta understand that no matter how hard it gets to keep moving forward, you gotta keep moving forward. Because the reward at the end of the tunnel is more... It's more than anything you could have ever truly imagined. And that's why you can't give up. You can't give up. You can't leave all of this behind just because of something that seems like it's never going to end in your life. I know this kind of got into a bit of a serious topic, but you know, it's just that, you know, like I said, today's stream is about me finally, you know, kind of just trying to be more one-on-one with everyone, you know. Of course, who knows, it might seem kind of stupid to do this now, but I hope to look back at this type of thing on the future and say that was actually a smart move. That was a good idea for me to finally be a little bit more one-on-one with not just my community, but family. And, you know, let them know that, hey, I'm here to help. You know, I'm here to give the best advice I can, even though it may not be what you were looking for. You know, I care. There's always someone out there that cares. Me included. There's always someone out there that's gonna... Pardon my language, but there's always someone out there that gives a shit. There is always someone. The only reason you haven't found it yet is because it hasn't shown itself to you. That's the only reason. So, to anyone that's out there right now suffering with depression or suffering with who knows what, I guess you could say just remember good thoughts, you know? Always keep a good thought in your head. Never give up. Because there's always something waiting for you. And you know what the bad things in life are there for? They're there to teach you just how strong you can become. They're not there to show you how strong you currently are. They're there to show you how strong you can become. Or at least that's kind of how I see it. If there's something bad in your life, remember to look for the good side of it. Because just because it's something bad that happened, doesn't mean it truly is. And I say this, and I mean it out to literally everyone. Everyone I know, everyone I love and care about. You just gotta realize and remember that life is not over for you. And it never is and never will be. No one can ever take that away from you. You will always have a second chance in life. No matter if you've... It doesn't matter, like, let's say if you lost your job and you're running very low on cash. You know, just because it looks bad now doesn't mean it's going to be that way forever, even if it may seem like it is. Of course, what do I know? I'm just an idiot behind the camera. Just an idiot behind the camera that no one is really ever gonna really believe or anything. You know, like, what do I know, you know? Like I said, I'm just an idiot behind the camera that cares too much. So, I guess I'll ask again. Is it wrong of me to care this much? Is it really that bad to care? Because it seems like that's how it is nowadays. Everyone's beating on themselves for no apparent reasons. Everyone's being too hard on themselves. Nobody's really ever willing to help anyone ever. Not ever again, but anymore. We're not just trying to figure out how to word it. I guess the best way to say it is just simply, I know I've like gone through 3 or 4 different topics. I'm not even ranting at this point. I know it's just rambling, but you know, what I'm trying to explain, I can't just put into words. It's more like something you just sort of learn about me the more you know me. Either way. We're all one people. We all bleed the same red blood. But because of greed, secrecy, and just all-out brutality across the globe, we're never going to be truly at peace. That's what everyone keeps forgetting to understand. Because of how this world works, because of just how harsh it can be here, there will never be true world peace. Not in this lifetime. Not until we can finally realize that the fact that we would literally kill our own brothers and sisters over greed, until we can finally realize that we're killing our own brothers and sisters over greed, we will probably never see a true form of peace on this planet. Never. But with me saying this, I don't want anyone thinking that I'm doing a hate speech, because that's not what I'm doing. I'm just sort of, I guess you could say I'm just finally putting my own thought out into the world, my own opinion, but also at the same time I'm making sure to actually be absolutely honest and not blame one person for just absolutely everything that could have ever gone wrong. There's so much that this world could do. So much. If everyone would just finally learn to get along. Of course, what can one man do? What can one man do to prove a point in this world? Without really any backing? Without any of that stuff. Just a man that wants to help and tries to care as much as possible. Yep, that's me. And yes, I know that I probably do cuss too much. There's an example of something you know what? No. That's a story for another day. Let's try and put a little bit more less heavy topics on here, shall we? Holy crap. Oh my god. Okay, that's still attached in there. Next stream, I'm gonna try to make it a bit more exciting. Who knows? Sorry if I really am too boring, guys. It's just me. It's just how I am. Can't just change who I am, you know? It's not that simple. Okay, let's try that. This is the type, these like serious topics and stuff like this is normally how I would talk. It's just that I know a lot of people don't really like to listen to this stuff, and that's perfectly fine. But either way, I find it kind of funny that it literally went from a thank you video to an actual serious topic video. I find that kind of funny. That's not working. Before the stream ends, we will make this thing work right. You know what, let's remove you. Let's just add in... Oh yeah, and before anyone starts speculating, no, I'm not going anywhere, because usually what ends up happening is people will talk about these serious things, and eventually they end up leaving. That's not going to happen with me, so don't worry. Not out of me. Not out of me. There we go. This thing actually works a lot better than I thought it would. Big old stealth jet. You know what, to end off the stream, let's see if we can actually do a water landing once or twice without actually breaking anything off. Ooh. Okay. There we go. You can see the other runway over there. You know, since the engines are completely out of the water... Wait, are they? Yes, they are. I wonder. Yep, we're building up the speed the right way. And if you're wondering why there's no sound from the game coming through, I have that turned off. Got too loud for me on the microphone. Okay, let's see. Oh! Okay, so it can land in the water. It can take off from the water. That's not that hard, or that's actually a lot harder than you think to get. And I forget what I said for the 200 goal and the 150 goal when I'm talking about subscribers. So you'll have to remind me, but if I remember correctly, it was at 150 subscribers a Q&A, and at 200 it was a meet and greet, or the other way around. So I think for 150 I'll do a Q&A. Yeah, for 150 subscribers, I will do a Q&A. I'm saying it right now and I'm going to stick to it. 150 Q&A. You'll need to, if you want to do any of the Q&A stuff, it will be when we get to about 140 subscribers, somewhere around there. That's when I'll get everything, like, started for the Q&A. From 140 subscribers up, put questions in the comments on the videos. I'll like write down the name of the first video where it starts. Wait, is this thing going in a flat spin? Nope. I wonder. Not gonna lie, that actually looks pretty cool coming on over to the runway. So light, it's slow. It's just like a balloon or something. Coming in. Oh. Whew. I'll leave this up for everyone to decide what they want the name of it to be. But, either way. I'll just leave it as up to you for now. Alright, everyone. To keep it under an hour, I'm sorry, but that's all we have for today. I'll probably do a little bit of streaming on Twitch later on throughout the week. I hope you did enjoy this at all. If this helped you at all, I am very, very happy that it did. And if you think that this video would at all help someone, don't forget to share it with them. And tell them the same thing, that if it helped them, share it. I'm not going to go through all the stuff I listed earlier. So, either way, with that said, wherever you guys and girls alike are, God bless you. I hope you're having a good morning, evening, afternoon, or night. And I'll talk to you all again next time. Bye, everybody. God bless.